welcome back. Bruno Fernandes has signed a new contract at Manchester United. Guys, we're going to react to it on SofaScore. Let's just dive in. Oh, yeah. It's what we've been waiting for. Bruno Fernandes, new deal at Manchester United till 2026. This is something that's been needing to happen with Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes has been the standout player for Manchester United since joining the football club. And him signing a new deal is absolutely sick. It means a lot for the future of Manchester United, but also potential leadership role for Bruno in the future, which is really, really exciting. Why I'm so excited about Bruno Fernandes signing for Manchester United is his quality on the pitch. That is, completely a massive part of why I'd want a player like Bruno to re-sign for Manchester United. And if we look at the statistics, since joining Manchester United, since making his debut, he ranks first amongst Manchester United players in the Premier League for chances created, goals and assists. In terms of amongst midfielders, Bruno Fernandes, since his debut in February 2020, ranks first for shots, chances created, goals, assists, and ranks second for passes into the box. He's also the first Manchester United player since Robin van Persie in the 2012-13 season to be directly involved in 30 league goals. Of course, that came last season, 18 goals and 12 assists. Whew, what a season he had. Only United player to create over 200 chances in the league since he joined in 2020. Lovely, lovely stuff. Again, I think Bruno's signing means a lot for United. Apparently he's going to be on par with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and David De Gea in terms of wages. And to be quite honest, Bruno Fernandes not being the highest earner at Manchester United following his form, wouldn't make sense to me. I think, you look at David De Gea, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo, there are two players there that aren't going to be with United, for the next 3 seasons, let's say. There is a shelf life on those two individuals because of their age. But with Bruno Fernandes, I think the exciting side of it is we're looking at his age right now, 27 years old. I think he's only going to get better. And I think one of the things that United have failed Bruno with is coaching. Because you think of what Bruno could have been under Pep Guardiola. I'd always take Kevin De Bruyne as an example of this fact that Kevin De Bruyne, in terms of coaching, game just completely changed for the better. When you look at Kevin De Bruyne, when he joined Manchester City from the Bundesliga, the 15 season was his last season. 10 goals and 18 assists in the Bundesliga that season. I don't think it was, that was the season that he left. He was very much an attacking midfielder, a player that played very much as a number 10, counter-attacking number 10. There's some similarities between Bruno Fernandes at United and Kevin De Bruyne at Wolfsburg. But what he's, become since then, this all-round, basically complete attacking midfielder is very, very exciting for Man United fans in a sense of a coach like Erik ten Hag comes into the football club, we're going to see a better player. I think the frustrations that a lot of United fans have with Bruno Fernandes' game is that kind of, sometimes he's too direct, sometimes he doesn't connect the easy passes to a sense. And that was Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne at Wolfsburg was very, very direct, but his game has got to that point where now, we're seeing a very high pass accuracy against Manchester United. 93% of his passes completed, 5 chances created, 2 goals and assist, 6 shots on goal, 2 out of his 3 dribbles completed, and 3 tackles. That's where Bruno can go. And that's one part of Bruno's game that I'd say would be needed to work on in the sense of, the pass accuracies. We lose too much of the ball sometimes with Bruno, but you don't want to take away that creativity. But with Kevin De Bruyne, as we just saw with his statistics, you can create a player that has both, that retains the ball and creates chances. Yes, there's only a few in world football, but Bruno Fernandes has got the raw materials to do that for Manchester United, which again, I'm gassed about. I'm really gassed about this new signing. It's kind of 4 more years of Bruno, and I think the big thing is where what do Man United do with Bruno Fernandes in this time? Obviously, they've got a fantastic individual there to play number 9. I think the interesting side, there's going to be a number of different players going in and out of the football club in a number of different positions. So if we take a look at Man United and kind of where they're gonna go from a tactical sense, but also from a recruitment sense, there's a number of different holes within the team that need to get filled. Of course, we're going to be building a team that can compete for a league title. Man United need to be, that's the idea, right? So, a new number 9 coming in, a new right winger, a new defensive midfielder are 3 positions that I would be recruiting. But Bruno Fernandes, at number 10, you'd say probably his best role. I think last season when he was playing more of a second striker under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you got the best out of him from a goal scoring perspective. But in a sense, I think, you've got Bruno dropping a little deeper and deeper and getting on the ball in deep areas, such as his game against Atalanta, where he created a hatful of chances, 4 massive chances for Manchester United, and that's kind of an exciting side. So he could play as a number 8 on the left-hand side, as we've seen, moving into the attacking area, allowing United potentially to play 2 3/8s with Fred and Bruno Fernandes, or Bruno Fernandes and Sergio Milinkovic-Savic, a player that I've been talking about for years after years after years, could be a good role for him. But I also think from an exciting sense in terms of Erik ten Hag, we speak about Erik ten Hag and his attacking midfield line and being a massive part of the team in terms of the drifting. This last iteration of ten Hag's Ajax, we see the number 10 moving over and the central midfielder joining that kind of attacking midfield line and then basically being a 4-1-4-1 in an attacking sense with super wide wingers. That would really work for Manchester United, giving Bruno a little pocket of space. Berghuis, the Ajax number 10, tended to drift right because he's left-footed. So what we might see with United is Bruno tending to drift left and then a deep-lying central midfielder maybe moving into that inside right channel. So again, that's potentially Fred's job. Obviously, we've seen his skills in the Champions League recently, or signing a player that can facilitate that role for United. And I think creating an environment for Bruno Fernandes to flourish and being a defensive, asset in a pressing sense. But also, I think you've got to buy a defensive midfielder to improve that Manchester United midfield. And I think that is a massive part of it. Will allow Bruno Fernandes to play higher. A proper ball-playing defensive midfielder that can sit deep, that can control the tempo with the back 4 players and goalkeeper, but then be able to play the passes into feet consistently, I think is a big, big part of where United need to go to get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. Signing that DM is so crucial. Massive, massive part of United's transfer strategy coming forward. I think, you look at Bruno as well. We're talking about a Bruno Fernandes at 27. There's still, a long amount of time for him to, have this career at Manchester United. He's contracted until he's 32. So his game might change. He might become a player that prefers to sit a bit deeper, a player that prefers to sit, in midfield, being more of a, deep line playmaker, could slightly, move United's midfield set in a sense to have Bruno kind of being deep with another number 10 next, with another DM next to him, with a number 10 that can rotate into those zones. So I think for United, it's a cracking contract. It's a contract that needed to do. And I do think with Erik ten Hag in the side, we could see an absolute, beast of a Bruno Fernandes, drifting, laterally rotating positions, and really doing things in the final third, I think is absolutely perfect. Since making his Premier League debut, he's ranked in the top 3 for Manchester United players, passes into the box, touches in the opponent's box, big chances created, goals scored and assists. In European games, of course, Bruno Fernandes as well has taken the control from Man United or from their midfield and really ran certain games. When we're talking the game against Atalanta, 9 chances created, fantastic assists for Marcus Rashford, 13 crosses, 7 out of his 10 long balls, 3 big chances created, big sort of, levels there. And if we do look for his, performances for Portugal as well, in the European qualifiers, we're seeing a slightly deeper Bruno Fernandes, against North Macedonia, absolutely superb, but grabbed himself 2 goals, but was involved in the play deep on the pitch, 4 key passes in that match as well. And that's kind of where Bruno Fernandes could go later on in his career, playing slightly deeper. Of course, Bruno Fernandes, number 11 in the team, but a slightly deeper position than we're used to. So definitely something to look for the future for Bruno Fernandes' evolution. But it's got to be the signings, the manager as well coming in. Very, very important for Bruno Fernandes' development. But I, as a Man United fan, I'm very, very excited that this has been done. Bruno's been the best player signed by the club since Fergie. So I'm absolutely gassed, or maybe since Robin van Persie. Guys, let me know in the comments below, how excited are you with Bruno Fernandes' new contract at Man United? I am absolutely gassed. I cannot wait for the new manager to be appointed and this new season to start. GG's in the chat. Good to see you all. We'll be back soon.